Welcome to Cell and Molecular Biology. Biology is the study of living things, and all living things share some characteristics. First, from the smallest bacterium to the largest redwood tree, everything that is alive is made of cells. And those cells respond and process information. From a redwood changing its biology and its physiological processes depending on how recently it's rained, to your immune system, for example, fighting off the cold and flu viruses that'll be running around this winter. Some of that information is also contained in those cells themselves, encoded into the genes that the cell uses to carry out its processes. And as those cells reproduce, as those organisms reproduce, that information is passed on down to that organism's progeny. And of course, all of these things require energy. And so cells acquire energy and they use energy. And we study the molecular basis of cells, we study the molecular basis of life because they unite biology. It doesn't matter if you are interested in bacteria or plants or humans, all living things use the same kinds of molecules and the same kinds of strategies to reproduce or acquire and use energy. And all of those ideas answer this kind of how question. How are cells put together? How do they acquire and use energy? How do they reproduce? But the thing that really drew me to biology is I was interested in why. Why are trees shaped the way they are? Why do fish have scales and fins? And the answer to a why question in biology is always, always, always evolution. Biological systems have their characteristics because they evolved that way. And so one of the through themes of this semester is going to be the kinds of evolutionary questions and the kinds of evolutionary pressures that may have led to cells using information and reproducing and using energy in the kinds of universal way that they do. But before we dive into the theory of evolution, we actually need a brief tour of how scientists think about and study biology. And by the end of this course, I hope that you too feel like you can think like a biologist.